We have team coverage of the raids and what agents were after. CBS 2 political reporter Derrick Blakeley is at City Hall, but we begin with Vince Gerasole outside Burke's 14th Ward office. Vince.
Eric and Rob, the brown paper that was covering the windows here came down at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, but the lights have been out ever since. The FBI is confirming to us that they executed search warrants here at the Gage Park office, but also at Burke's downtown office at City Hall. But that's about all the clarity we're getting.
Look closely, and you'll see a number of computer hard drives, several boxes stacked on top of one another, and at least one monitor. They were among the items removed by a half-dozen law enforcement agents from the back door of Alderman Ed Burke's 14th Ward office.
Can you tell us what's happening today?
I can't, I'm sorry.
Can you at least say if you work for the Alderman or if you're with law enforcement?
I'm with law enforcement.
Burke is often referred to as Chicago's most powerful alderman. The windows on the 51st Street side of his headquarters were taped shut with thick brown paper and hand-scribbled signs reading, "Office closed."
It's the first time I saw a detective car over there.
Neighbor Geronimo Segura says he noticed law enforcement vehicles here as early as 8:30 yesterday morning. Francisco Ortega from the bakery next door witnessed activity around midnight.
I see two agents, they came in one car like that one, and they come here and they want to knock the door.
At one point, an agent who identified himself as FBI removed an odd fluorescent green rod from his vehicle, taking it inside. A sign in the window was marked Chicago Police Narcotics Task Force. The FBI confirmed agents were executing search warrants at multiple locations connected to the alderman. They were most likely among the dozen or so agents who exited tight-lipped from the front door, driving off after spending most of the morning and afternoon inside.
Once again, from the offices of Chicago institution, FBI agents seized today several computers, several computer monitors, boxes of documents, but the exact reason why still isn't known. Reporting live from Gage Park, I'm Vince Gerasole, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Vince, thank you.
Now to CBS 2's Derrick Blakeley. He's been outside Alderman Burke's City Hall office all day, where we're finally hearing from Burke. Derrick.
Rob and Erica, the door to Alderman Burke's office is still covered by brown paper at this hour, and we have not seen the federal agents leave, even though some at City Hall tell us they left several hours ago, going out through a back exit. In any case, at this hour, Alderman Burke himself is admitting he is under the federal microscope. In comments released late this afternoon, Alderman Ed Burke acknowledged that the current federal probe is not his first time under investigation. So once again, we will be cooperating fully, and I am completely confident that at the end of the day, nothing will be found amiss. City Hall workers arrived this morning and found the door of Alderman Ed Burke's office covered in brown paper. Federal agents inside, presumably examining records of the powerful Finance Committee chairman. Ed Burke has spent 50 of his 74 years in City Council, representing Chicago's Southwest Side 14th Ward, and as finance chair, holding a tight grip on spending legislation. Alderman Howard Brookins, who has a City Hall office next to Burke's, expressed surprise and support.
I don't care to speculate about anything, and I wish Alderman Burke the best. He's been a great friend and a mentor in leading me in the right direction with respect to legislation.
He's won re-election a record 13 times, but Burke is perhaps facing his toughest battle ever, targeted by allies of County Commissioner Jesus Garcia, who complain he's out of touch with his Hispanic majority district. Brookins curious about the timing of the raid.
So it's shocking to me as to how you or why something like this would happen some 90 days before an election.
And similar thoughts expressed by Burke's brother Dan, a state representative today serving his final day in Springfield after his defeat in this year's primary. Dan Burke telling me by phone, "I'd be suspicious. He's seeking re-election. The timing you think about and wonder. I know my brother's character and service. I know who he is. I have no question, no concern about wrongdoing on his part." Now, once again, no one knows precisely what kind of information the FBI is seeking. However, records from Burke's office were subpoenaed by federal investigators back in 2012, records regarding the city's workers' compensation program, which Burke controls. Reporting live at City Hall, Derrick Blakeley, CBS 2 News. Rob and Erica.
Okay, Derrick, thank you.